yes, you guys, I am going to be sharing with you my current Hoya collection. And most of my Hoya collections can be found in my Mills Bowl Tall. But I also have two that are located on top of my Mills Bowl Wide. And the remainder of my Hoyas are in my dining room area. I will be showing you clips of those Hoyas, but they are currently in what I'm gonna call it, the word just isolation, but that wasn't the word I was thinking. Quarantine is the word I was thinking of, because you guys, my Hoyas downstairs have mealybugs, and I have been fighting to get that taken care of. I think I'm on the outer end of it. I think it's, you know, almost taken care of, but I definitely don't want to bring them up here in my plant room and risk these Hoyas being contaminated as well. So you guys, we're going to start with this Hoya that is hanging out right here, as you can see, on the outside of my Mills Bowl Tall. And this is my Hoya Curtisii. Is that how you pronounce that? Curtisii. And she is absolutely gorgeous. And as you can see, she has so many new shoots just coming out different places. So she is really, really enjoying this plant room. And no, that's not a mealybug. You know, I get really paranoid, but that's not what that is. It's just some type of marking on her leaf. But yeah, she's absolutely gorgeous. So I'm gonna put her back. And then we're gonna open up the cabinet, and we're gonna go from the top shelf. And then I have some also on the second shelf as well. And if I sound a little congested, it is because, oh, I'm dripping water. It is because I am congested. I am struggling with a cold. So yeah. So this is my Hoya Matilda. And she is also doing very well. And I haven't had her that long. I want to say I've had her maybe a couple months, and I do have a little bit of new growth. This leaf right here is new, and so is these right here. That's why they're a little lighter than the other leaves. And so yeah, she's doing well, my Hoya Matilda. And then let's start back here. Oops, not get her stuck. Here is my Hoya Arbofolia. If you remember, I purchased her in California and brought her home, and she's doing great. Look at this new growth right here. Yeah, I love her leaves. They're so nice and big, and they're nice and firm. And of course, I like the shape, you know, the circular shape of these leaves and the speckles that you can see on her leaves. Yeah, she's doing great. I haven't had any problems at all with this Hoya. And actually, I haven't had a lot of problems with any of my Hoya except for the ones downstairs, like I said, dealing with mealybugs. Now, this particular Hoya, I do remember purchasing, I can't talk, purchasing this from one of the nurseries in my area. And I remember her being on sale for like $7. And I couldn't understand why. She's bigger now, but she was big then. Why they were, you know, why she was reduced, because there was quite a few of them. And I cannot find the name tag, but I want to say she's some type of konohana, because she reminds me a little bit of my konohana that I'll show you in a little bit, but it's the konohana Splash. I don't think she's a Splash because her leaves, well, she could be, but there's not a lot of variegation. So I'm not quite sure what type of Hoya this is. So let me let you guys get a good look and tell me if you agree with me. Is this a konohana? And if it isn't, what is it? And as you can see all of the lighter colors. These are her new growths. Oops, one just fell off. But this is her new growth, and she's doing quite well. Has some new growth over here as well. Yeah, and she's doing great. So yeah, if you know what type of Hoya she is, please comment in the comment section. Now, this is one of my favorite Hoyas. This is my Hoya Crimson Queen. And I finally can tell the difference because, you know, they say the queens have the outer variegation and the princess has the inner variegation. So this is the queen, and she's doing really well. And look, she's sun stressing. It may look white on camera, but it's actually like a light pink color. And she's growing and growing. She was way smaller when I purchased her, and she just loves the cabinet. And she's absolutely gorgeous. And then next, we have my Hoya Australis. It's actually two different Hoyas. I potted them together. And they're doing great. As you can see, you see the new growth in the top right here. I love the variegation on this Hoya. She is really gorgeous, doing well, really pretty. And then next, you guys, I finally got one of my wish list plants. Oops. One of my wish lists dealing with Hoyas. This is my Hoya Bella outer variegated, because they did have the inner variegated, but I chose to go with the outer variegated. So as you can see, the variegation is on the outside of her leaves. She is absolutely gorgeous. I've only had her for maybe about a week. But look at this new shoot that's coming in. So she likes the cabinet, and she's doing well. Absolutely gorgeous. So on my wish list, I had the Hoya Bella. I also have the Hoya Serpent. I really do want that plant in my collection as well. And then we have my Hoya Hucrasiana? Hoya Hucrasiana. No, I think it's Hucrasiana, because there's an L in there. But this is, hopefully you can see that. But she is beautiful. I like her little tiny leaves. I love her coloring. She is absolutely gorgeous. And she's doing well. I do see a little bit of new growth coming in on her. And so, yeah, she hangs out here on the top. Now, on the second shelf that you guys probably can't see, let me see if I can show you. There we go. I have quite a few Hoyas on that shelf as well. And we're going to start with this one. And this is my Hoya Lacunza Silver Mint Coin. She is, I've had her for quite a while. She is doing well. When I first got her, I did overwater her and I almost lost her. I think I lost like one vine because she was overwatered. And so I've gotten that together, and now I see new growth. And she's doing very well, and she's fulling back up in the top. So yeah, I have to be very careful with my Hoyas and not overwater them. But I love her. She's doing well. And on the other side is what I was talking about earlier when I was telling you about my Hoya Konohana Splash. This is her. She's doing really well. And she's cascading down. Really beautiful. I love the variegation on her leaves. The splash, it looks like it's like a, you know, a lot of hues of green and yellow and white. It's really beautiful. So yeah. And I do think that other one that I showed you is some type of konohana, but correct me if I'm wrong in the comment section. All right, and then you guys, I have my Hoya tricolor. And I like her because her leaves are just different than any of the other Hoyas I have. Oh, I remember the other Hoya I want. I want a Hoya serpent and I want a Hoya lunaris. And I think 2 years ago, not when I went home this time, but when I went home before, I saw a Hoya lunaris and I really regret not getting it. But if I ever see one that's reasonable, I will definitely be adding it to my list. Now, this is supposed to be a tricolor, but it does not, I don't know if it's not getting enough light because I don't see, you know, only on this leaf you can see that there's a little bit of more of a different like rose color on that particular leaf, but the rest of them are pretty green. And I've seen a tricolor and it's supposed to have a whole lot more color to it. So I don't know, I may try to move it so that it can get more light and see what happens. And then we have my Hoya rotista. She's absolutely gorgeous as well. And my Hoyas, they did quite a bit of growing this year. I did fertilize this year and I think they appreciated that, but I have not gotten any blooms yet. So, but I'm hoping that if not this year, by next year, I'll get some blooms. But she's absolutely gorgeous and I love her leaves. Look at that. And next, you guys, okay, I have my Hoya Carys. I have Haya Cary variegated and then my Haya Cary non-variegated. Absolutely gorgeous. And so, yeah, I'm hoping that I'll be able to keep them growing. I've seen some that it looks like a lot of them, they grow up and then they have to be supported, you know, as they grow up. So I hope that's the case. But they're absolutely gorgeous. And let's see what else I have. I think that's it, you guys, for the Hoyas here. But I do have two over here. Now this is my Hoya Ring sand. I hadn't even heard about this Hoya. I just happened to be in Home Depot, and this was a while ago. And they had this one, and they had another one, and I wish I had gotten it because they were really reasonable. I think they were under 20, and this was a while ago. And when I went back, I couldn't find them. But look how big these leaves are. This reminds me of, even though those leaves are a little bigger, but my Hoya microphalia, that's in quarantine, but I'm going to be adding a clip. She has really big leaves too. I mean, they don't look like these because those leaves are textured, but the size is, you know, similar. Not the actual design on the leaves, but she's gorgeous. And she's growing. And she hangs, you know, she hangs out right here on top of my Mills Bow Wide. And then last for up here is my Hoya Kelsey. I got her from California as well. If you remember, she's doing well. I did have a problem with her. I overwatered her once. And so I have to really be careful because I lost my Hoya Sunrise and I'm so upset about it. And I haven't been able to find her again. It was a really pretty Hoya, but I overwatered her and she didn't make it. And so I just have to be really careful with my Hoyas, and, you know, and not overwater them. But my Hoya Kelsey, she's doing good other than that. Really, really pretty Hoya. I felt like I started not to make this video today, you guys, because like I said, I am not feeling well, but, you know, just dealing with my plants and caring for my plants and looking at them, they help me, you know, feel a little bit better. And so I said, yeah, let me go ahead and get this video out. And so I think that is it in regards to Hoyas. Yeah, I believe that is it. And so before I close out this video though, I am going to share with you the 4 Hoyas that I have in my dining room that are in quarantine. Let me see if I can remember. I have my Hoya Crimson Princess. I will put a, what am I trying to say? A clip of her here so that you can see her. She is doing very well other than the mealybugs, but other than that, she's doing well. I also have my Hoya microphilia. I have a hard time pronouncing that name, especially when I'm congested. I think it's Hoya microphilia, but I will put a clip of her on the screen as well. Other than the mealybugs, she's doing great. And then let me see if I can remember the name of the other Hoya that I have, the other 2 Hoyas. Yeah, my Hoya publicalis, she's doing well, also other than the mealybugs, and I will put a clip in here of how she's looking. And then last but not least, I have this Hoya that I'm gonna put on the screen right now. And I don't know what type of Hoya this is. When I tried to do one of those identification, you know, that tells you what it just said Hoya Canosa. And I don't know if that's right or not. But from the clip, can you tell me if that is what type of Hoya it is? So those are the 4 Hoyas that are hanging out in my dining room. The Hoya Crimson Princess and the Hoya microphilia, they are hanging on my windowsill on the curtain rod. And then the Hoya publicalis and the other Hoya, they sit in my windowsill, my dining room windowsill. And they, like I said, for those 4, I have been battling mealybugs. I have been using insecticide soap, and it's doing something, because when I first saw the mealybugs, they were, oh my God, they were everywhere. And now when I look, I can only see like a few. So I'm just going to keep treating it. I did talk with one of the ladies in my nursery, a local nursery, and she told me if I could get to use a solution 3-1, 3 parts water, 1 part alcohol, rubbing alcohol. And she told me, first of all, she said, get a Q-tip. And I did buy some Q-tips and use that solution and actually look and get the mealybugs that you can see out of the crevices by using the Q-tip, and do that. That's going to take a little bit of time, obviously, leaf by leaf, but she said do that and then spray the solution on. And then she said, make sure that I don't allow it to have any light until, you know, where it won't, the alcohol solution will not burn the leaves. And so I am, when I'm feeling a little better, hopefully tomorrow I will be doing that. to try to knock, to get rid of the mealybugs once and for all. Because this season, it's been mealybugs and spider mites. Oh my gosh. I don't think I've ever had flat mites. I don't think I've ever had aphids. And there's something else that people be complaining about that I don't think I've ever had. And if I have had them, I'm not aware of it. So, yeah, but other than the mealybugs, you guys, and occasional overwatering, which is on me, my Hoyas are doing very well. And I have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and you count the other ones downstairs, 60. So I have 19 Hoyas. And so my collection is growing. And like I said, I definitely want to add to that collection Hoya serpens and a Hoya lunaris. So yeah, but that will be the end of today's video, you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, think about subscribing to my channel, giving me a thumbs up, and comment in the comment section. I love talking with you guys in the comment section. But until next time, like I always say, you guys, be blessed.